Welcome to the Hotel Digital Marketing Essentials class video snippet. This class is brought to you as a partnership between HSMAI, Scout Simply, and Sasato. I'm Holly Zoba, one of the two course architects, and today we're going to be talking about the three key areas of media. In part for reasons of balancing your digital strategy, and in part to give you an easy way to determine how to distribute your resources, we've broken this class into three components: owned, earned, and paid media. When we reference owned, we mean assets that you own and control. We'll cover websites, and that includes SEO, booking engines, ADA compliance, user friendliness, content, mobile, email, CRM, and loyalty. The best part about owned media is that we actually control it. Let's be honest, we don't have a lot of control on the internet, but we can in fact control what we own, right? Some of you are thinking, oh, I don't know, I have a brand site. We're going to talk about that too. Exactly what are your responsibilities when your brand controls your website? You do have some critical things you have to do, and ignoring those can cause you a lot of trouble. At the opposite end of the spectrum, we have earned media. We don't pay for this. We certainly don't control it. And of course, as a result, it's typically deemed by consumers to be the most unbiased, and they like it the best. When you think about earned media, think about getting mentions or listings in articles, getting people to share your posts or other posts about your property, about rave reviews and high ratings on Google or TripAdvisor. And last but not least, we have paid. This is any time you have to pay the publisher for the media unit. Typically, paid means advertising or SEM, search engine marketing, which today means paid advertising on search engines, display advertising, retargeting, social ads, and programmatic advertising. There are some items that typically fall in between the cracks or are shared between two. For example, visitors driven to your website as a result of your social posts. It's really earned behavior, but it helps your owned asset, your website, fare better in SEO because it helps to drive the authority and credibility of your website. Finally, influencers are considered earned, but you can now pay to boost their posts about you, so that becomes a bit of a blend between earned and paid. Bottom line, the most powerful strategies are not going to include only one media source. They're likely to include some components from all three, but you also really need to keep in mind the overlaps too, because that's where you can find some unintended consequences. If you give them some forethought, those consequences can be positive, like a fantastic mention in the New York Times travel section. Or if you don't think about them, those consequences can be a little bit ugly and get you some unintended bad press. It's important to understand the differences between the medias. When you're thinking about which media to apply your time and money to, you might want to look through these pros and cons of each. For owned, you have much more control, and so it should be used for your long-term goals. Paid, you can scale it really quickly, and it can support both owned and earned. In the earned world, you have almost zero control, but this can have a huge impact on conversions because people really trust it, and it has a much longer life cycle than paid. Lots of things to consider, and this is exactly what we help you with in our class. I hope you enjoyed this really quick overview of the framework of the Hotel Digital Marketing Essentials class. You can sign up for our next class at hsmai.org. Thank you.